Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome crafty friends, and thank you so much for stopping by to check out my latest video. And today I'm here with a thrift store haul that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's from two different thrift stores in my local area. One of them, everything was regular priced, but their prices are always very reasonable, and all funds from that purchase go towards the local food shelf. So it's all run by volunteers, and once they've paid the expenses for the rent on the building, all the proceeds go to the food shelf. So it's always a great spot to purchase things from. And then the other stuff is our other local thrift store, and it's a huge thrift store, and it's actually in part of a school building. And that particular day when I went in, which I didn't realize, they were having a customer appreciation day. And on that day, we actually could have, they had like a whole breakfast brunch type thing. And so you got a free meal, and then you could shop, and everything in the store was 50% off. So I've never seen that thrift store so busy in my life, but it was nice to see. I guess they do it every year. And I wasn't aware of that, but they do it every year to kind of reduce their inventory a little bit and to get ready for the holidays and the new year, just because usually people start cleaning out their houses again around Christmas time. So that's why they do it, and it was kind of fun, and I found a lot of good deals, so I can't wait to show you guys everything that I found. So the first thrift store that I went to, again, is the one that helps the food shelf. And so I picked up this fun little box. It's a wood box. It's still in its packaging, and it was only 50 cents. I do like to decorate these and give them out in a Happy Mail, or I use them as gifts for family when I have other items to put in them. So I do decorate those out. And this one I picked up for myself. This one was $6, but this is a cigar box, and this one actually opens up slightly different. It's fairly clean on the inside. It's not, I don't think it's a super vintage cigar box, but you know, probably maybe from the 90s or something. And so it's kind of, and they call it counterfeitcubancigars.com is the company that sells these. So it says Cuban 1958 vintage, but I don't think the box is that old. I have some older boxes, but still a fun little box. I use these for storage in my craft room. So for $6, I was willing to pay for that. I haven't seen one like that before. So it's a fun little box to find. And then the other item, this one actually came from a rummage sale, and I just spent $0.25 on it. Just a little piece of linen, kind of a table covering. I like to wrap people's Happy Mail in stuff like this. So I picked that one up for $0.25 at a rummage sale. And then I think everything else on my desk was from the 50% off thrift store. And at that thrift store, they do have a bin full of doilies, and they have them priced according to size. So small is $0.25, medium is 50 cents, then large is 75, and then $1 for extra large or something like that. I can't remember, but and I think they called these ones medium size, but again, everything was 50% off. So I picked up this one. I liked the little Battenberg lace around this one. This one's kind of a little like crocheted one. This one has some flowers on it. I think they called that one a medium-sized one too. They might have called these ones larges, and they were in with the doilies, but they're actually like placemats. But these are perfect if you line them with some material. These ones are perfect for making those little pouches, Happy Mail pouches, linen and lace ones, where you kind of fold them like this, and then you can decorate them. And so I thought this would be a fun one. Again, I think they called these large, but everything was half off, so I thought they were a good deal. They had a few more of these at the thrift store, but they were pretty stained, and I wasn't sure if they would come out, so I picked out the two nicest ones that they had. I also picked up some wood pieces, and again, they were half off, so $2, so that was only $1. And I don't know that these look like little barrels, but I do make little risers for my husband with like pieces of wood and then put little legs on them. And these are cheaper than buying little wood pieces at Hobby Lobby. So I picked them up for half off. So that one was $1. This one they had $4, but I got it for $2 and it was worth it for me. They have a few more of those barrel shaped ones in here and some other shaped ones that you never know with different random projects. There's some like doorknobs on there that you can use for different like covers of boxes and stuff like that. So there are some other random pieces in there that I thought I could use. So it was worth it for me. I need to make my husband some risers. Like I said, I just buy like little wood square pieces. Oftentimes I'll even buy like cutting boards at the thrift store. And then I'll put the legs on the bottom and then I paint them. He uses it for his like fossil displays and stuff. So he's out of them and he's told me he needed a few more. So it was fun to find some more of the legs that I use. And then also our thrift store had a die cut and I got that for 50 cents. With little hearts on it. I thought that was kind of a nice little one for 50 cents. And then a congratulations rubber stamp. And this one I got for $0.25. It was 50 cents. And I love this company. It's PSX or Personal Stamp Exchange. They no longer create rubber stamps. They're a retired company. But every once in a while you do find these rubber stamps from this brand at thrift stores. And if it's something I don't have and I like it, I do buy it because I do like their font on some of these. I had the happy birthday one, but I didn't have the congratulations one. So I was excited about that one. Another little organization find. They had this one $3, so I got it for $1.50. I like these little jars for putting like random craft supplies in my craft room. Again, I kind of decorated in a vintage flea market style with a little bit of Chevy chic overtones thrown in, so stuff like that's perfect. And then for half off, I got $1.50, and this one was also $3, so I got it for $1.50. Just their Scrabble games, and I wanted a few more of the letters, so that's why I bought them. I want to try to make some of those Christmas ornaments this year, and I have some letters already purchased from before. And then they're also fun, like if you like to put like random words around your craft room, like create a dream or the name of your YouTube channel, you can glue them down onto these and then create those kind of things. So I thought that would be fun. And I'm always happy to find a few more of them. It's harder to find the more vintage ones like this. Oftentimes you'll find the plastic ones, but I was looking for more wood ones. And so I thought that was a great deal to find two of them at the same thrift store for half off. So that was kind of like a buy one, get one free kind of situation. And then I picked this up for $1.50. And I'm not sure if this is going to work. I want to make some of those paper mache Christmas trees this year. And I thought... And my mother-in-law decorates in blue in her house for Christmas. And I was thinking this might be pretty to wrap around one of those paper mache Christmas trees. So we'll see. But I did pick that up just for that purpose because I thought it might work. Because I was trying to think of something that I could use for a blue tree. And I didn't really have anything in my stash. So when I saw this, I decided to pick it up. And then also in the craft section, they had these little purse handles, again for $1 when they were half off. Just some crystal ones, and I thought they would be really nice for some projects. Some seam binding, some vintage seam binding I picked up for 15 cents in a green color. Then I found a ton of bags of laces. I love it when the thrift store has them in like grab bag style stuff, and you get them for a great price. Again, these were all half off whatever the original price. So this one was only $1. And there was some really nice vintage stuff in this one. You know, that one I thought was really cute. Some crocheted ones. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but there's some nice floral ones. I did kind of open it up to peek, and in a couple of them I actually stole out a couple of things. This one, like I said, I grabbed because this one had some vintage lace in it. Like, look at that, beautiful. This is really old. This one's really delicate. So I picked this one up mainly because there was enough vintage lace in there. And then oftentimes if I don't want something, I will re-gift. Like the brown one I probably won't keep. I'll re-gift it back to the thrift store in a baggie for them to resell. And another one, and this one I know I grabbed some things out of this one. So this one's kind of a little bit thinner because I already used some stuff out of here, but this one was $2 and I got it for $1. There is some nice eyelet lace in it, this one, that's still left. And some, you know, lace seam binding in there. So, and some crocheted ones. And this one was a huge one. I think this one was more $4, but I got it for $2. Again, it was just chock full of lace. There was some vintage stuff that I already took out, but there was enough pretty little laces in this one to make it worthwhile for $2. Some more eyelet lace in there. There's some brighter colored lace, some thicker lace. There was some ribbons in here too. I thought this one was really pretty. This kind of like it reminds me of a braid trim, but a little more decorative. I liked that one, so I'm going to definitely be using that one on something soon. And then this baggie I did already take out. There was some more off-white lace that I'm using for a project. So I did take that out already, and this is kind of what was left. But the bag originally was $2. I picked it up for $1. But there was some blue lace, there's some tulle in here, and a lot of pink lace. So it was a good enough deal in there. I think there was 2 or 3 like folded things of some off-white lace that, like I said, I already used in a project. And I'm not even sure there was a $1 price tag and a $2. I'm not quite sure which one they gave it to me for it, but it doesn't really matter. That one, when they had everything 50% off, they actually used their funds. They do have some employees that they pay to work there, but they also, if they have leftover, they actually give it to the women's shelter. So that's nice. And then this one was $5. I paid $2.50 for it. But for a whole spool of this, I thought that was a good deal. And it says it's 1.75, and they call it vintage white for the color. But I thought this was beautiful lace. So, again, I picked that one up. And we're almost to the done here. I just have a couple more things to share with you. Books were half off, and I can't remember the hardcover books. If they're originally $2, I think maybe, so I got them for $1. And these ones were all foreign language ones. This one is an old German, like, songbook. I know that there was some Christmas songs in here because I recognized a couple of them, but I love the writing on it. And this one was obviously given as a Christmas gift, and it says, "To Anna from Mother, December 25th, 1902. I couldn't find an actual copyright because some of the pages are missing in this one. But again, just a beautiful font with music. It's all in German. And obviously whoever owned it had some of their favorite songs highlighted. So fun little book. This one had a fun little cover. Again, this was a German one with that beautiful writing on it. You know, it belonged to a Mrs. I'm not even going to try and pronounce her last name. And I don't know if this one had a date in it either. Yeah, I didn't see a copyright date on this one. So, but again, some of that older German font. That's gorgeous. This one was a little bit newer of a book, but it's still somewhat vintage. But again, it was in German. And this one I thought was fun just because they had the flowers in it for like a nature journal. And to be able to have it like in the German language. And there were some colored ones in there. So I thought that one was fun. And this was a paperback, so this one was cheaper. Their paperbacks are cheaper. So, and then this one was like another like hymnal. It wasn't a Bible, but there was a cross on it. But obviously it was used. So I don't know if it was a hymnal or a corresponding little book that people used in church. Again, this one's in German, but I thought this was fun because they had all this ephemera in it. And so I mainly bought it for the religious ephemera that's in it, the old postcards and prayer cards that were in here. There was just a ton of them. And so I thought that was kind of fun in that one. So I picked that one up for that reason. And I think the thrift store actually gave this one to me for free because they do give out their Bibles for free. And because it had a cross on it, they said it was a Bible. But I think it's more of like a hymnal maybe. Not sure because I don't know German too well. And then the last two things that I bought were some styrofoam things from the craft section. I think the price tag fell off on this one, but I think the original price was 50 cents, so they gave it to me for $0.25. Again, I want to make some of those paper mache Christmas trees, but this one is styrofoam. But I have seen some where they wrap them in like plastic and then they wrap string around it, and I want to try that. And so I need this type of tree, I think, to make those ones. So for the price, $0.25, I thought that was a good deal. And then I've been picking up a couple of these little styrofoam wreaths. I did pick up a couple at Hobby Lobby, I think. But when I see them at the thrift store, just because I do want to make some different wreaths with some laces and trims on them. And so this one was $1.50 and I got it for 75 cents. So again, I wanted to thank everybody for watching today. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of my little craft haul. What was your favorite items that I thrifted? And until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.